Hi, my name is Randa. I'll be reviewing Tyler Perry's The Have and the Have-Nots, premiering on the OWN network Tuesday, May 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I am a Scandal fan. I love Shonda Rhimes' work, and I'm going through Scandal withdrawal, and I'm hoping that this show will fill that void. The promos look really good. You can go to the OWN network and they have a lot of videos up there. They have a tour of the set. It looks gorgeous. They have an interview with a couple of the actors and actresses, and they're talking about their characters. And they have some trailers for the show, so they look really, really, really good. And from what I can see so far, there's two main characters. There's Candace Young, who, according to Tyler, is no good. And I think she's a call girl. And she gets into a sexual relationship with a male character, and according to Tyler, he's a ticking time bomb. And she's going to blackmail him. So you put those two together, and boom, you have some drama on your hands. So I think that this makes for a great formula for a great dramatic series. Now, Tyler says that we've never seen a family like this before, and I'm going to have to call Tyler out on that one. It's very similar to the family that prays, Tyler. Okay? We have seen this family before. You have a wealthy white guy who's in a sexual relationship with a black girl from an economically struggling black family. And you have the matriarch in that family telling the black girl, don't be going to them folks and messing with them folk, and they ain't no good, and family that prays. But unlike the family that prays, I think that there's other twists and turns that are happening and occurring within the storyline, within the plot itself, and the storylines for each of the characters. So I think is it similar? Yes. Is it going to be the exact same? I don't think so. So I'm still looking forward to it. Now, Tyler says this is about sex, lies, and deceit. Again, drama. And I can't wait to see it. Now, Tyler Perry has been, how can we say, critiqued for some social elements within his films. He's been criticized for being mushy and Disney-like and wrapping the character's journey in a nice, neat, gushy bow. And I don't think that's going to be possible for a series. And I think that he knows that. For a dramatic series, you have to have cliffhangers that brings the viewers in the next week. Unlike a show, unlike a movie, where you have a character who starts at point A, and then for an hour and a half to 2 hours, you have to bring that character to point Z. And in most films for Hollywood, when it ends in a happy ending, you basically usually went out in the box office because people like to see happy endings. So if I was Tyler in terms of his movies, I wouldn't stray from that formula. But this is a little bit different. This is a series. Even at the end of the season, you have to have a cliffhanger that's going to bring the people back the next season. You don't tie it up into a nice bow until the whole series is over and done with. So I don't think we have anything to worry about in terms of that. Now, another thing Tyler is criticized for is his stereotypes, especially for black people. I'm African American. I eat watermelon. I eat fried chicken. And sometimes I eat them at the same damn time. Big deal. But I'm also confident in myself, and I know that there is more to me than just eating fried chicken and watermelon. I am not going to stop being human because there is a stereotype out there that black people eat fried chicken and watermelon. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my fried chicken and watermelon. I'm still going to travel. I'm still going to read books. I'm still going to write. I'm still going to excel. I'm still going to do X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is that I want to do. So I think sometimes we get really sensitive because Hollywood has taken those images of African Americans and really have, just used those images over and over again. And so now here's a black guy, using those same images. But I think Tyler is a little bit different. I think within that same body of work that you have some stereotypical images, you have non-stereotypical images, but nobody's really talking about those characters and how those characters bring complexity to the project. And I think in terms of his body of work, you have him constantly having non-stereotypical images that are there as well. I think what most people like to see is non-stereotypical images, period. And I don't know if that's true. I mean, if you look at the Charles Ramsey situation, the internet sensation where he saved the 3 girls who were captives for 10 years, and he's a living, breathing person. And there were people who were really embarrassed that he was on the news. Excuse me? What do you have to be embarrassed of? I mean, this is a guy who did a great thing. So I think that that critique has more to do with the social consciousness of individuals that are out there and can't see past the stereotypical images. I mean, this guy did a great thing, and we couldn't see past his physical and verbal image, presence. So, you know, I can't hold that true. And I also need to say that a famous person that criticized Tyler for his stereotypical image has used stereotypical images for black women. Like, it was a black guy. And in his films, he had some really nasty, stereotypical black female images. And he's been called out for it. And then you went against the people that called you out for it. So it's like this big circle that, you know, I think that we need to evade. But I think that Tyler does a pretty good job. I think Tyler is a visionary, and I think he took the steps to see his visions come to fruition, and voila, here we are. So whereas I am not a die-hard Tyler Perry fan, I do respect Tyler Perry. And Medea's witness protection, I just couldn't get over the fact that Madea went out of character and did not treat the girl the way that she treated other children that were wayward. And typically Madea would jack them up and set them straight. She should have stayed in character. She should have did that to the white girl. So I just saw that there was a social dynamic that was there, that the expectation in real life is that you cannot treat white children the same way that you treat black children. And I saw that social dynamic play on the screen, and I really did not care for that. So I will be reviewing the have and the have-nots every week, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and I'm going to give an honest review. Not only, you know, the plot, the characters, a recap of the story, but I'm going to, you know, if it warrants it, I'm going to look at the social dynamics as well that translate into, you know, society. So I hope to see you every week right here, the have or the have nots. Bye-bye, Randa.